Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to your favorite show, the Cricket Happening Show here. And as far as today's cricket show is concerned, well, it's about the second one day international between Pakistan and New Zealand, which was once again decided by the Duckworth Lewis method because a revised target was given to New Zealand, and New Zealand managed to clinch that. They were given a target of 151 in 30 overs, and they managed to complete that in 23.5 overs, and they won the match by 8 wickets and also went 2-zip in this 5-match ODI series. But not before there was a lot of drama, and for New Zealand it was Martin Guptill who actually played a very good knock. He was looking into his element today. As you know, Martin Guptill likes to play shots over the long on and long off, and that's what he precisely was doing, as Guptill played a man of the match knock of an unbeaten 86 to take New Zealand home. So I would be talking about that later, and also we'll have a look at some cricket news which is coming from Sri Lanka, where Angelo Mathews has been retained, has been brought back as the Sri Lankan ODI skipper, keeping it with the 2019 World Cup, and I think that's the right choice. Chandika Hatrasinghe, who is wielding powers as a selector for the first time here, first time ever such a thing has happened in Sri Lanka, where the coach is wielding powers to actually select the team. And I think Chandika Hatrasinghe is going to bring a great fortune for Sri Lanka, I think, because he's a very, very thinking coach, and one has known what's his real value for the cricketing fraternity. So that is one thing. And also we'll have a look at the Sri Lankan squad that has been named for the Tri-Series. But first let's talk about this game which I was talking about. New Zealand versus Pakistan. Yesterday was the second ODI which was played at Nelson, and Pakistan were the ones who actually batted first. In fact, their openers were in the pavilion pretty quickly in the piece as Trent Boult and Tim Southee picked their wickets. Azhar Ali was one who was wrapped on the pads. LBW bowled Southee for 6 of 16, dealt with 1-4. And Inamul, unfortunately, Fakhar Zaman, who did so well in the first ODI, unfortunately had to sit out this game due to injury. And Imamul Haq was the one who actually took his place. And as you know, Imamul Haq already has a century under his belt in ODIs, I reckon. And he was the one who also fell an early victim, as he actually tried to pull a ball from Boult. It ended up in the hands of Munro for 2, and that was not a good beginning for Pakistan at all, as the score read 14 for 2 in the 5th over. Babar Azam, one knows he has been Mr. Consistent in ODIs, but not this time, as Lockie Ferguson's pace was too tough to handle for Babar Azam. He was gone. Taylor bowled Ferguson for 10 of 17 with 2 fours, which left Pakistan in a very shaky state at 39 for 3. After that, the two experienced blokes in the middle, Mohammad Hafiz and Shoaib Malik. Shoaib Malik came in and joined Mohammad Hafiz, but what a treat to watch Mohammad Hafiz get on with his strokes. I mean, he was striking the ball in silken fashion. I mean, we know Mohammad Hafiz is a good stroke maker, and one was seeing that strokes were really flowing from the middle of the bat, which is very good to see, as Pakistan started slowly consolidating their situation. I wouldn't say they were really consolidating, because when the score reached 84, Shoaib Malik, after contributing 27 of 46 deliveries with 1-4 and 2 sixes, fell a victim to the bowling of Assel, the right arm offie. He was gone for 27. That made it 84 for 4. But Mohammad Hafiz was keeping it going. I said that was an attractive innings from Mohammad Hafiz, as he was doing. And Sarfraz Ahmed, one does not know what was the reason he came down the wicket to Todd Assel to give him a tonk, and it ended up with Sarfraz missing the ball and Tom Latham actually stumping him. He was gone for 3, which made it 108 for 5, and things were not really looking good for Pakistan at all, save for the fact that Mohammad Hafiz was still at the crease. But that also very soon changed as the score reached 127. Mohammad Hafiz was a victim, as he was got by Guptill of the bowling of Mitchell Santner, the left-arm spinner, for 60 of 71 balls with 8 fours, a very sweet-looking 60, and it was good to see Mohammad Hafiz in some good nick, but unfortunately he was out for 60. So that was the time when at 127 for 6, and it soon became 141 for 7 in the 37th over as Fahim Ashraf fell a victim to the bowling of Ferguson for 7 of 18 dealt with 1-4, which made it 141 for 7. And now we had Shadab Khan and Hassan Ali at the crease, and definitely things were looking very bleak for Pakistan. One was thinking whether they would even reach a score of 200. But then things started slowly changing. What a partnership, an enterprising partnership at that, thanks to Hassan Ali, who was really pinching the boundaries, and he was really giving the ball a real whack with his bat, no doubt about it. And this partnership was growing. At the other end, Shadab Khan, as and when an opportunity was presenting himself, was hitting some boundaries. But also, it was Shadab Khan who was playing in a very compact fashion, I would say. But on the other hand, Hassan Ali was the aggressor. And this partnership has been an enterprising partnership thanks to Hassan Ali, as the score started moving along at a very good rate. And when 70 good runs were added, and that was which enabled the Pakistan to really recover from a position of 141 for 7, 211. And let me tell you, Hassan Ali was really hitting some very good strokes. I mean, he was showing some real power in his strokes. And also Shadab Khan, one of the strokes that he hit of Tim Saudi landed into the grass banks, and Hassan Ali was also doing the same. And Hassan Ali, to me, was looking more dangerous because there was a real thunderous power coming from his bat, and it was good to see as Hassan Ali contributed, and both actually reached their maiden 50s in ODI cricket, and finally Hassan Ali celebrated in a great fashion, leaving a big roll by getting both his hands clenched with a clenched fist, and finally Hassan Ali was a victim of the bowling of Tim Saudi as he picked him up for 51 of 31 balls, 4 fours and 4 sixes. What was good to see was Hassan Ali had a sort of a gung-ho approach to the New Zealand bowling. I mean, it didn't matter who was bowling, whether it was Saudi or Bolt, he was hitting them for sixes. And Shadab Khan contributed 52, and he was a victim of the bowling of Ferguson for 52. Hassan Ali getting his maiden 50 in ODI cricket, and also Shadab Khan 52 of 68 balls, 3 fours and 1 6, and really showed that the Pakistan team had some real firepower at the lower order as well. And finally, thanks to these three players, Hafiz, Hassan Ali and Shadab Khan, Pakistan ended with 246 for 9. Mohammad Amir was not out on 8 of 14 deliveries, and Ruman Reis was not out on 6. And that was the story as far as the Pakistan innings was concerned. As far as the bowling was concerned, Tim Saudi 10 overs unbeaten 2 for 57. Trent Bolt 10 overs no beaten 1 for 54. Mitchell Santner 10 overs was a picture of economy, 1 for 34. 3 for 39 for Ferguson, also bowled superbly. Got to hit the 150 kph mark at many times. Assel was the most costliest, 2 for 50. Number 3 for 11. As far as New Zealand were concerned, the start was not good at all. Colin Munro, the dangerous batsman, was consumed in the first over itself as he tried to pull a short ball from Mohammad Amir, and a fielder was positioned for that exactly, and Fahim Ashraf was the man who actually caught it and saw the back of Munro. So Munro was gone for naught, and that was a psychological victory for the Pakistanis, as they had got the big fish there with the score at 1 for 1. Martin Guptill was at the crease, joined in by Kane Williamson. Kane Williamson played a few good strokes, and at the other end, Martin Guptill was really getting his eye in at that stage. And Kane Williamson came in, and finally Kane Williamson, after hitting a wonderful boundary of the bowling of I think it was Fahim Ashraf, and look at that catch that Shadab Khan took at backward point. The ball was shot outside the off stump, was a tempting delivery which Kane Williamson tried to hammer it through the backward point area, but Shadab Khan, as you know, is a very, very acrobatic fielder, and he showed some great acrobatics there as he reached for it and picked up the catch. A wonderful catch taken by Shadab Khan at backward point of the bowling of Fahim Ashraf. 19 of 28 deliveries, 2 fours, and that left New Zealand at 47 for 2. And then the rain came, the target had to be pruned down to 150, was there to get in probably 25 overs, and Martin Guptill was the crease. And Martin Guptill really started his, he had already started. He was, for the first time, I would say Martin Guptill was looking in his real element today. He was cracking the ball with lots of good timing, and the ball was really screeching along. And especially, as you know, Martin Guptill likes to hit the ball straight, so the long on and long off areas definitely came in for some real peppering from Martin Guptill's bat. And Martin Guptill played some wonderful strokes, and not only that, there was real aggression in Martin Guptill's knock. At the other end, Ross Taylor was also looking good, and this partnership ensured that New Zealand won't miss this opportunity as they completed the win in the second ODI. They reached the target of 151 in 23.5 overs, with Martin Guptill, the man of the match, remaining not out on 86 of 71 deliveries, which included 5 fours and 5 marvelous sixes from Martin Guptill. Ross Taylor was not out on 43 deliveries, 4 fours, and that was the end of the game. And New Zealand took a 2-0 lead in the ODI series. As far as the bowling was concerned, Mohammad Amir looked brilliant. 5 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 18. Ruman Reis once again could not hit his straps. 4.5 overs, no maiden, none for 37. Fahim Ashraf 5 overs, 1 for 30. Hassan Ali bowled 5 overs for 37. It was a bit costly, Hassan Ali. Shadab Khan had 4 overs, also getting a bit of tongue from Martin Guptill. 4 overs, none for 29. And as I said, New Zealand lead the 5-match series 2-0, and Martin Guptill was declared man of the match, and rightly so. As far as other cricket news was concerned, we are talking about the tri-series that is coming up in Bangladesh, between Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe, and host Bangladesh. And Sri Lanka today named their ODI squad, and as I very rightly said, Chandika Hathurasinghe, the coach of the Sri Lankan team, for the first time ever in Sri Lankan cricket, that a coach has been given special powers and he has a say in the team selection. And Chandika Hathurasinghe is the one who has selected, he has brought back Angelo Mathews as captain, and and Hathurasinghe has hinted that Angelo Mathews will be the 2019 World Cup captain as well. So Angelo Mathews is back. It's very good to see, because I think Angelo Mathews brings a lot to Sri Lankan cricket, and as an all-rounder, one can never doubt his skills. So Angelo Mathews will lead the side. So Dinesh Chandimal, who was the specialist captain for ODI now, would be playing as a batsman and a keeper. Angelo Mathews will lead the side. Upul Tharanga, Danushka Gunatilaka, Kushal Mendes comes back, so that's very good to see. Dinesh Chandimal, Kushal Pereira, of whom Chandika Hathurasinghe definitely say he feels a lot about Kushal Pereira. Tisra Pereira, Asela Gunaratne, another talented bloke. Niroshan Dikwala, Suranga Lakmal, Nuwan Pradeep, Dushmanta Chamira. Now the new face, his name is Shihan Madhushanka. Now Shihan Madhushanka is 22 years old, and he's a raw pace bowler, so he really gets it at, I think they hit the 140 kph mark, and I'm told that Shehan Madhushanka and Dushmanta Chamira are the only ones who are breaching the 140 kph. So they are genuine pace bowlers. So Madhushanka gets an opportunity. It will be interesting. And then they have the spinners, Akila Dhananjaya, Lakshan Sandakan, the Chinaman bowler, and Manindu Hasranga, the leg spinning all-rounder. I think he's an all-rounder. I'm just going to check on that. Yes, he's a leg spinning all-rounder, Manindu Hasranga. So definitely, as I said, the Sri Lankan cricket to me is going to really looking forward now, with Hathurasinghe taking the reins and also Angelo Mathews captaining the Sri Lankan side. It can only do good for them. So, well, dear fans, subscribers, there's not much to really dwell on today. It's about time for me to pull the curtain down on this daily cricket show by bidding you all a very good night. I hope you all enjoyed this cricket show, and there should be more of my talk coming in on my next cricket show that will be which will be tomorrow. Until then, it's good night.